Hello everyone, I am Pratik. Today we're gonna discuss about if else in Java. Okay, so what is if else and how do we gonna use it, and also we will get hands on over arithmetic and like comparison operator. In earlier session we had discussed, right? So firstly we were gonna understand what is if else and how we're gonna use it. Okay, so if I talk about if, right, so we have if, else if, okay, and then else. Okay, so these are the three uh, you can say like syntax which has been used to analyze and depict which code you want to exist on certain criteria, certain condition. Okay, so for example, if I talk about if, right, if, so what is the syntax of if condition? So you need to provide this keyword if in braces, the condition will be mentioned. Okay, so what is the condition may be suppose anything like num1 is greater than num2 or so on. Okay, else if this condition, okay, is not true, if it is false, then our code will go to execute this else if the condition is true, it gonna inside this if statement and execute whatever the statement you had written here if the condition is true here, true. Okay, but if it is false, it will go to else if. Again the same thing here, the condition will be there. Okay, if the condition is true, okay, then it is gonna execute all the business logic whatever you had written here. Otherwise, if these are not true, both are not, like any one of them is, like both are of them are not true, then it will go to else condition. It is a default condition. Okay, so let me give a brief insight of this as well. Let me clear this. Okay, fair enough. So now what will be the syntax of if else? If, then condition, okay, then your braces start here, ends here you will write statement whatever the business logic is there. What next? Else if, okay, then what? Then condition. Okay, again same thing, braces start and then statement here, and at the last what will be there? Else have no condition, always remember that. Okay, so if this condition is true, it will go inside execute this. If not, if this condition is false, then it will go here. If this condition is true, it will be executed the code inside this. Otherwise it will go to else condition, and whatever there is in the else condition, it will print that. Okay, fine. So this is the basic if else condition. Let's start with our hands-on practice over this. Okay, so let me go to VS Code. Okay, I had created one class here, I had named it if else class. Okay, you can create as well. Now what we are doing, we are comparing two numbers. Okay, and using if else condition. Fair enough. Okay, let's get started. Int num1 is equals to, suppose any number we can take. Okay, int num2, okay, will be 98. Okay, now if, okay, this is the if syntax. Okay, what's the condition? If num1 is greater than num2, this is a condition. If it is not true, then it will go to else. If it is true, then it will go inside it. Okay, print. Okay, system.out.print, we can say num1, okay, we can concatenate is greater than, here you can concatenate with num2. Fine, right? Now we gonna do else if num1 is greater. Okay, fine, we will execute line number 6. But what if num1 is less than num2, right? So we're gonna provide that statement as well. Num1 is less than num2. Fair enough. We're gonna print, okay, we're gonna say it num2, okay, is greater than num1, right? And there will be a else condition. Either the number 1 is greater than, less than, or both are equal. These three condition. Apart from these, nothing is there, right? So we don't need to provide condition here. Okay. So we're gonna print, okay, both numbers are equal. We can say that, right? Okay, cool. Now we're gonna save this code. Here also you can see we are using operators. Remember we had discussed in earlier session, this is a comparison operator, right? This is a assignment operator is equals to, right? So this is a also example of operators. Now I am going to run this code. Okay. See, 98 is greater than 53. That means it has taken both the numbers, line number 3 and 4. Then it went here. Okay. In this, it checked num1 is greater than num2. No, num2 is greater than. So it will not go inside and execute this code. This line of code will not executed in this scenario. Okay. So what else? It will go to else if. It will compare these two, num1 and num2. If num1 is less, yes, num1 is less, and num2 is great. Yeah, this condition is true, right? So if it is true, then it will go inside this. Okay, system.out.print num2 is greater than this. Okay, the same we had printed. If any one of these is true, it will not go to else. If both are not true, then it will go to else. Fine. For example, if num1 is greater, okay, num1 is greater than ye, so we will do have some hands-on on data type and operators. Okay, so we'll do see here. We will take one variable of type integer, and here what we gonna do, num1, okay, when num1 is greater than num2, then of course num1 minus num2, you will get always a positive value, right? Always positive value, right? Okay, and what we gonna do, we gonna print that. Okay, uh here we gonna say result is, okay, we're gonna space and then concatenate it with result. Fine. Okay, next what we gonna do, we're gonna do the same thing, right? Oh, two semicolons are there. We're gonna do this, copy here, copy paste here. Okay, so here we had given as the variable name result2. Okay, here num1 is smaller, so num2 minus num1 we will keep, because we want to make it always a positive value, right? You can do this by using mod as well, but as of now you can try this. Okay, and here you need to give it for result2. Okay, so let's save it. Okay, now change the number. Okay, I will give it as 11, and the next one is 12. Okay, save it. So what will be the output? Here the output will be num1 and num2. 11 is greater than 12, 21, sorry, 12. No, right? Then it will go here. It will see num1 is less than num2. Yes, it is correct. It will go inside this and execute this. Let's execute it. See, result 12 is greater than 11, right? Here what we had done, like 12 minus 11, that is 1. So result is 1. So here this is the example of if else. If you want, you can test one more thing here. uh, Take it as a task. Write a code. Okay, write a code to take input from the user about the age of the user and decide whether they are eligible to vote in India or not. Vote in India is at the age of 18 above, right? So there you need to use if else. Okay, in that scenario, else if is not there, because either you are greater than 18 or less than 18. Only two condition. There is no third condition in this, right? So you can use if else. You can try that out. If you have any doubt, you can mention in the comment section. I will be happy to help you. Okay, so that's great. And by this, we had covered if else condition. Later on we can move on to the next topic in next videos. For the time being, have a great day, and do subscribe my channel, and give it a like and share with your friends. If you have any doubt, mention in the comment section. Okay, fine. Thank you. Bye bye.